behind Uhud. And he will climb the hilltop with his people. And he will say, do you see that white palace? That white palace of Ahmad. And subhanallah, you look at the pictures of the masjid of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from that far and that distance it looks like a white palace. That is the palace of Ahmad. And he gets down to come towards it, and the angel shoos him away. And he turns his face towards Bilad al-Sham. And understand, this is the time of the Mahdi. The Imam is here. And the Dajjal has come. And just min bab al-amanat al-ilmiyya, I want to mention a story, and I'll stick to the English for time reasons. This is the story of Tamim ad-Dari. And I will give a general mafhum instead of going into it in details. Tamim ad-Dari was a Sahabi of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was a Christian who became a Muslim. And he had an amazing experience. There's a few amazing things with Tamim ad-Dari. Tamim ad-Dari was a very pious Christian. Very devout. And he was traveling one day. And he came in the valley and mountains alongside him. And the understanding of the times were, when you're in this type of location, ask the jinn of this area for protection. So because you're sleeping here at night, anything could happen. Ask the big jinn here to protect you. So although he's religious and righteous, yet fear gripped him. So he called out at the top of his voice, I asked the jinn of this wadi for protection. So he said, this is before his Islam. So he said, I heard a voice say, jinns cannot help you. Turn to Allah and go to Medina. Ahmad has come, he is a prophet. Or go to Mecca, Ahmad has come, he is a prophet. We have believed in him and are following him. So this is one story, strange story of Tamim ad-Dari. Second story is this one. Tamim ad-Dari came to the Rasul and narrated a story. Ya Rasulullah, I was in a ship and the ocean started to become rough. And there's 30 other people with me. And the waves, bashed us from pillar to post for a whole month. It's tossing us between waves. And after a month, the waves subsided. And we reached near an island. And we anchored the ship and took a little boat and came to the island. And at the brink of the island, we saw a creature, the strangest we have seen, covered in hair to the extent that we couldn't tell its front from its behind. And they look at him, imagine the poor guys, a month of seasickness, and now here, and they see this creature. So they said, woe be unto you, what are you? So he said, I am Jasasa. So they are hesitant, and they say, we thought he's like a devil. So Jasasa said, there's a person in that monastery who is longing to see you. Go to him. So they went. And Tamim ad-Dari says, I saw a man, big man, chained with his hands around, like near his neck, and his legs chained. And we asked him, who are you? He said, you will find out soon, but first tell me who you are and what is your story. So they said, we were in the ocean, the month passed, and we came here and we saw Jasasa and Jasasa. And the Arabs are very accurate when they tell stories, and at least in those days, word for word, this is what happened. And now we came here to you. So we are from the Arabs. So the person asked a few questions. Tell me about the orchards of Bisan. So they said, what do you want to know? Because he knows they're from the Arab lands. And Bisan is in Syria. Tell me about the orchards there. So he said, what do you want to know? Is it fruitful? Is